Alright, so in this video, we're going to evaluate the integral of cosine squared. So how do you suppose we evaluate this integral? Well, one way that we could do it is we could use the trig identity for cosine of 2x. If you recall, cosine of 2x is equal to this. Now, by the Pythagorean identity, sine squared of x is also equal to 1 minus cosine squared. So both of these two identities are true, therefore we can replace the sine squared of x with 1 minus cosine squared of x. And so that's what we're going to do. As you can see, because we're subtracting sine squared of x, we're going to have to subtract this in parentheses. So now that we have this, we can distribute the minus sign across. Now that we have this, we can combine like terms. We know that cosine squared of x plus cosine squared of x is 2 cosine squared of x. And so now at this point, we're going to algebraically solve for cosine squared of x. We can start off by adding 1 to both sides. So then what we're left with on the left side is cosine of 2x plus 1. And on the right side, 2 cosine squared of x. And so now, at this point, we're just going to divide 2 on both sides. So on the left side, we can split this up into 2 fractions. We have cosine of 2x over 2 plus 1/2. Now, cosine of 2x over 2 is the same thing as 1/2 cosine of 2x. So we can all agree that that's the same. And then we can factor out a 1/2. If we do that, we will get this. And so this is a true trig identity. Now, the way that you're mostly going to see this written is you'll see the cosine of 2x and the 1 flipped around. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And so this is a trig identity that you should memorize because it's so fun to memorize things, right? That was good. But seriously, many times you'll use this identity to evaluate integrals of sine and cosine with even powers. So, in my opinion, it's important to know this, but also know where it comes from as well. So, we're going to use this identity to evaluate this integral. We can replace cosine squared of x with what we have here. Since 1/2 is a constant, we can pull that to the outside of the integral. And so, as you can see, we can split this integral up into 2 integrals. We have integral of 1 dx plus integral of cosine of 2x dx. We know that the integral of 1 dx is just x. And the integral of cosine of 2x is 1/2 sine of 2x. And then, of course, we'll have a plus c. And lastly, all we got to do is distribute the 1/2 across if you want, right? I like that, if you want. I love distributing those numbers at the end. That's fun. So this would be our final answer. And so, yeah, that's one way that we could evaluate the integral of cosine squared of x. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this video.